Today I fucked up by not knowing how toilet seats work. Obligatory. This didn't happen today. It had been going on for like 2 decades now, and I only realized this a couple of months ago when I was having a random conversation about toilet seats with my boyfriend. I just remembered about this now and thought I'd post about it. So a bit of a backstory. You know those potty training seats for children? My parents had one of those for me when I was a child. I'd always hated going to the toilet and I was glad to have that. Then eventually as I got bigger, my parents asked me to stop using that. I don't know how old I was, but I was still very tiny. Anyway, I didn't want to stop using it. So my mom asked me to use the normal toilet seat instead. And that it's like the next step in using the toilet like a grown-up? I forgot her exact explanation, but basically she asked me to stop using the potty training seat and use the toilet seat instead. I was glad to still have something plastic to sit on, so I was like okay fine, and I started using it. Now here's the fuck up. I was now under the belief that I had to eventually move on to not using the toilet seat. And I did. And at that small age, I was like significant other proud of myself for starting to not use the toilet seat and that I could manage to sit on the ceramic bowl of the toilet without falling in or something. And so it continued. For years. And as I got older, I kept hearing about the toilet seat up or down debate. I then realized that the toilet seat is in fact not a training thingy, but it's for hygiene purposes. However, I never bothered to question how it's actually used. I just automatically assumed that the way I was using it was right. And that the toilet seat is supposed to only be used by guys when they stand and pee, so that whatever pee splashes around the toilet would go on the seat and not on the ceramic bowl. So like the bowl stays clean? Oh god, now I see how flawed this logic is, but I just never questioned it at all these years. Anyway, I was randomly having a conversation about toilet seats with my boyfriend, about whether it should be up or down, and then he realized I was using the seats all wrong all these years. Apparently you're supposed to always sit on the seat. And only lift the seat up to pee, if you're a guy. And if you're a girl, you always use the seat. Friends, I am 25 years old and I've always sat on the ceramic rim of the toilet bowl for like 2 decades. Even in public restrooms. I mean, you'd think that I'd have figured out how wrong I've been, especially considering how much of a germaphobe I am. But nope. I'm just dumb as fuck XD. So yeah, after having that conversation, I have since started to use toilet seats the proper way. Boyfriend got a really good laugh out of my story and hopefully y'all will too. Lol. Too long did not read. I have been using, or actually not using, toilet seats wrong all my life. I'd used to sit directly on the ceramic rim of the toilet bowl without using the toilet seat, even in public toilets face vomiting. I bet your immune system is super strong. I don't believe that you never seen in a movie or photo a person sitting on the toilet seat. Nice bullshit story. Didn't you ever see your friends use the toilet when you were younger? See the seats down on all the toilets in the women's bathrooms? I need to know what your parents said when you told them this. Tears of joy, tears of joy, tears of joy. OMG. What a misunderstanding. I'm laughing while wanting to comfort you. I'm so glad you realized it. LMAO reminds me of the time my friend and roommate, both around 25, female at the time, thought that men had to wipe after going pee, and they wondered why there wasn't TP at urinals and assumed you had to just grab a piece from the stall and bring it with you to the urinal. Today I fucked up by doing the Hot Ones challenge. Author. 16F. To keep things short and PG, I won't provide much detail as to the after effects of this YouTube challenge. But let me just say, if you are as stupidly brave as myself and my family and want to participate in the Hot Ones challenge, beware that the worst of your pain may not be day of. While it's true that the hot sauce burns as you are answering the questions, it is nothing compared to the way it burns post-digestion. I got through all 10 sauces, 11, if you count my dad tricking me into trying Da Bomb twice. And while there's a certain amount of pride to be had, there is an exponentially larger amount of regret. I will not be joining my family as they play frisbee golf today, unfortunately, as I am bedridden for the time being. 11/10 recommend doing the challenge though, to be honest. Too long did not read. Hot sauce is a malicious gift that keeps on giving. If you ever do it again, try preemptively eating a bunch of cheese before diving into the challenge. I might be wrong, but I recall a YouTube competitive eater, maybe Jesse Day or Matt Stoney, saying that the saturated fats help them absorb some of the capsaicin during challenges and contests. Don't feel bad. Everyone's Pacific Rim experiences magma flow from time to time. Edit. It was Jessie Day in an interview with Vox from a while back. How does someone trick you into trying an extra spoonful of hot sauce? That's not the kind of thing you can overlook. Also, my sympathies. I assume nobody else in your family took that challenge, or they would not be playing frisbee golf. My question. What possessed you to do this? I survived the challenge back on Christmas Eve 2019. Immediately after the challenge I felt like I just got done running a marathon, then awoke in the night hours later to the most painful session of vomiting in my entire life. Christmas Day I barely wanted to eat anything because I felt like my digestive system was in too fragile a state to handle anything. My mouth enjoys spicy foods. Other parts of me less so. The hot sauce always burns twice. Bad thing is eventually your mouth can get used to spicy food but your ass never does.